new National Party has been good to St. David's, and more is coming. Youth unemployment has reduced drastically. Infrastructure has improved. The standard of living of people have improved over the years. Our focus is to ensure that all our people in St. David's improve in their way of life and standard of living, and we are giving hope to young people. It is a united team that can deliver such hope to people and such benefits. And therefore, this is not the time to take risk with the future. We must be committed to the present. And I say to you, let us all keep moving.
It's not really complicated. The elections are about choices. Between 2008 to 2013, the economy regressed every year. Between 2014 to 2017, the economy grew every year. Vote competence, vote NMP.
Our 60th anniversary celebration. It's Supreme Praise, the Gospel Concert. Saturday, 31st March, Deluxe Cinema, Grenville.
Yeah, come on. It's a Wednesday morning. Yeah, after that last night, believe me, I kind of getting mixed up at what days of the week it is, boy. What? Because I could never believe that so many people will come out on a Tuesday. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. So all of them who was kind of praying for rain and the thing must wash out and all kind of thing. All of a sudden, like, silent. Wap, Mindred. As it say down in South Trinidad. Wap, Mindred. They got silent on that one, eh? But yeah, we have time for that anyway. We're too busy moving forward, yeah? Nice, beautiful. So last night we had the endorsement of the Honorable Oliver Joseph. He is the incumbent and seeking to be re-elected. And we know he'll be successful in that as the Member of Parliament for the constituency of St. David. Yeah, the largest constituency by size. Yeah, they think big. Yeah, so you have a lot of work to do. And he needs the opportunity to do that work. Yeah. So let me say a special good morning to all the staff up there at the constituency office in St. David, Miss Felix and Mando. All of you, a special good morning. Brian, morning to you as well. So good morning to all the staff up at the office and all of the members of the New National Party, wherever you are. But we know there are a lot of people who are not members of the New National Party listening to the program this morning. A special glorious Grenadian good morning to each and every one of you as well. And know that regardless of the situation, we care not. We love you. Yeah? We love you and we care about each and every one of you. All right? Yeah, I wonder, man, I touched a little something earlier. I wonder if I should touch it again, man. Yeah, I touched a little something earlier. Let me see if I could touch that again. Yeah, Karaku again. And Karaku, them Karaku, people are easy, you know. Kids. Alua act. I like it. Alua act. I like it. Which one you like? We like it. Which one you like? We like it. I did to Groovy for 2018. One name Kid, one name Lazim. I visit Grenada. Jarry go 1 p.m. to find out how they feel about them. Alua act. I like it. Alua act. I like it. Which one you like? We like it. Which one you like? We like it. No ski for the competition. Kids is the better one. Alua act. I like it. Alua act. I like it. In my quest to find out why they chose it, they told me it have right formula. He said quality is exceptional. Last can compare with it, no time at all. Alua act. I like it. Alua act. Yeah, I ain't gonna run the whole thing. Yes, indeed. And a special good morning to each and every one of you that are there on the live this morning. Let me see exactly who is there with us for this morning thus far. I'm seeing Hannah, Cynthia, Teresa, Lindy. Good morning, sweetheart. Assure you. Morning, Hannah. Good morning to you and Deepo Bootman. Yeah, good morning. Somebody's saying that that was earlier. They wasn't getting any audio. Yeah, that thing sort out now because for some people to be saying here tuned, I mean they hearing the thing. All right. Yeah, Lindy says what? NNP keep moving, vote competence, vote New National Party. Yes, indeed. And listen, yes, Tortola is on with us this morning. Anisha, I'm seeing you there. So good morning. Remember to like and share the video. Like and share the video, folks. Yeah. Like and share the video. Share up the thing. Yeah. Share it up. Nice. Yeah. Beautiful. Share it up. Share it up. Share it up. Masterpiece is outstanding. Grenadian say it is amazing. There is no quality. Yeah. Yesterday we had the Honorable Peter David in with us. Wonderful program yesterday. Sorry I was unable to take many other calls because see when a point is being made, you don't want to interrupt a discussion or interrupt a thought or interrupt something like that in and between. So that's why we hardly took any calls. I am very sorry. I know lots of you were trying to get through. Some of you saw me last night and gave me a tongue lashing for it. But I'm very sorry about that. Yeah? But don't worry, Pedro will be back inside or they'll get a chance to talk to him again. I ask Trina, I like it. I ask Slata, I like it. I ask Major, I like it. Which one you like? We like it. Which one you like? We like it. Which one you like? We like it.
which one you like it? We like it.
Yes, indeed. So the new National Party, remember, all roads lead. Where the leading? Are you sure where we're going? Are you know where we're heading? All right. Yes, all roads lead to Bourgeois on Sunday. We're going to take this phone call. Good morning.
Morning, Sir Scott. How things?
Hey, I'm great, man.
Yeah, man. I thought, yesterday I thought George Grant say Green and give them a thumbs down.
Who give who a thumbs down?
No, George Grant say and he put for the Christmas Eve when he give it and he say when he tell this clip at the family Christmas message, he say Green and give all that thumbs down.
Well, you have to understand.
All these people told me, well, I don't, that are showing sign of thumbs down.
Well, individual rights and individual ideas and individual thoughts are guaranteed by the Constitution of Grenada. So he is guaranteed by the Constitution of Grenada his right to make a fool of himself and an idiot of himself.
Yeah, but he feeling, like the few people in the audience, like Grenada and the audience, he always feels that.
My friend, if you didn't mention the name, I wouldn't realize that person still does a radio program.
And they like to reflect on referendum. You must realize 1/3 of the vote spoiled in the referendum. Do you know where that vote was going to? If you make no comparison in that referendum. Remember, 1/3 of the vote spoiled. 10,000 of the vote spoiled. So if we know where that vote has to go, so we must book on that. You fight the battle and try to see who win. Not dependent and Trump and all that. America online voting, Grenada online voting. I don't know if they're trying to just wait for a miracle to happen, but politics have to get around the ground, get on the trenches and walk. Politics is not about miracle. It's about getting on and walk. Don't hoping that miracle happen. That'll work in your soul. That's got to take care, man.
All right. Thank you very much. Yes, folks. And remember, get registered. Still seeing some people last night asking me about get registered. Yeah. Double check the list. Make sure your name there. Make sure your name is on the list. Yeah? But not only that, yeah, nah. Especially, let me use some specific examples. St. Mark and St. George Northwest. Yeah. You know, they like to kind of feel like St. George Northwest. There may be some people who the people of St. George Northwest, live in St. George Northwest. Yeah? Make sure they stay in St. George Northwest, And for St. George Northeast, there are some people who living on the border. They're actually living in Northwest, but their name appear in Northeast. Send them back where they're supposed to be, All right, Popo? Don't let them come across. Let them stay where they're supposed to be. Nice? Yeah. Tonga St. George. It has some people who are supposed to be in St. George Northwest and they might end up in Tonga St. George. Let them stay where they're supposed to stay, Let them be where they're supposed to be. Don't let them cross the border. Yeah? There's a thing called voter padding, where people who belong to one constituency suddenly show up in another constituency's list. Yeah, all of a sudden they're from another constituency. Yeah? 100 of that could make a major difference. 200 could make a major difference. Even 5 could make a major difference, as Karaku proved back in 2003. Yeah? So make sure they stay where they're supposed to be. Double check that list. You hear? Double check that list. Not just for your names, but for the names of the people that should be there and the names of the people that shouldn't be there as well. You hear? St. Mark, you all have that responsibility as well. St. John and St. Patrick West. Make sure and look at that list with a special eye. Yeah? Go through it with a fine-tooth comb. Make sure that nobody from St. Mark end up in St. Patrick West and nobody from St. Mark end up in St. John. Let us stay where they're supposed to be, all right? Okay, Papa? Nice. Go through the list. Make sure your name there. All right? And I see a certain political party, not the New National Party, put up a thing and asking you to enter your name, your telephone number, and which party you support in order to find out if your name on the list. All you don't go there. Don't go there. Don't enter your name. Don't go in the thing. If you want to check and see if your name is registered and know where to vote, go to peogrenada.org. I have some good news to talk about in a little while, but let me done with this one first. peogrenada.org. When the NNP tell you go and look and check for your name, that is where we just send you. We say go to the Parliamentary Electoral Office. They are the ones that have the names. Because what a certain political party is doing is this, they're fishing. So they set up a site and they tell you go to the site and look for your name. But why do you have to put in your phone number when you register? They don't take your phone number as a means of identifying you. They want your phone number because if they check and you say you support their political party and you're not registered, then they're going to call you and try and get you registered. Yeah? They're going to trap you into that. So if you say you support them and you put in your phone number and you put in your name and you check and you realize nothing shows up, it will alert them. And then they're going to use your phone number to call you and harass you to come and pick you up because you say, okay, you don't support any political party or you support them. Yeah, so don't be fooled by it. And also the list that they have there is not the proper list. Let me say it again. The list that that particular political party, which is not the NNP, has up on their website and are trying to fish you into going to is not the proper list. Yeah? So if you want to find out if you are registered, there is only one place to go. You go to peogrenada.org. Parliamentary Electoral Office, so PEO Grenada.org. So PEO Grenada, one word, .org. You go there, you double check, you make sure your name is on the list. Everything nice and dandy. You ready for them? Right. Voting time. Nice? Good. Nice. Beautiful. Nice? I feel I want to touch a piece of this one here again. Now, I kind of like it, you know.
They told me it have the right formula. He said quality is exceptional. Last can compare with it, no time at all. Aloha act, I like it. Aloha act, I like it. Which one you like?
Production in Karakuda's song, nice and clean. Wow, man. Just now, you might give Mount Zion competition, man. 440-7377, that's the number for you to call and get onto the inside. Also 347-329-3101, that's the overseas number. I didn't have the opportunity to contact Devon in time to tell him that we'll be on this morning. But remember, from 1 p.m., we will be broadcasting a Senate sitting. Yeah, I misunderstood. Thought it would have been at 9 a.m. this morning. Only to understand afterwards that it's at actually 1 p.m.
There is no quality in nothing. Aloha act, I like it. Aloha act.
Garfield morning. Yeah.
We like
I think I might pass by Garfield's bar later, yeah, down at Container Park, yeah. I might pass down there a little later, yeah. Nice. Good morning to the staff down there.
the better one. Alua,
Good morning, mommy.
I like it.
Yes, Juliet. Good morning, mommy.
I like it. I am superstar.
All of a sudden, I realize all of the NDC, I just get frightened listening to Shaggy this morning. And all of them, all of a sudden, they calling and asking for prayer. Forget about politics and pray.
I like it.
Then a few minutes later, you're hearing them on another program, and it's some of the nastiest things these people have to say about people.
We like it. Which one you like?
The nastiest things.
Which one you like?
But they're calling this morning, and if you hear them, oh, we must forget about preparation for election and start preparation to go to heaven. Yeah. But the same people that call in and say that, a few minutes later, there was on a certain program. And if you hear them, man, if you hear things they're saying, yeah, thank you very much, my dear. If you hear them, but the only day, we must forget about this and prepare to meet the Lord. Yeah, yeah. We always preparing to meet the Lord, not just now, all the time. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Brother Sheldon.
How are you, my dear?
I am blessed and highly favored.
Hey, how
Good
Pinky?
morning to you, Brother Devon.
How is Pinky?
Oh, good. There we are. Like last night we calling you, but you can't hear us.
Oh, gosh, that crowd was too thick.
I applaud all the young people from the different constituencies for their true confession of the ministers. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
And while we were at the rally yesterday, I saw 4 construction trucks, those cement trucks, passing. We had to stop for them to pass. So I want the NDC to know that progress is going on. Because they say we have no progress. For them construction trucks have work to do. They're working all in the night. We have to pull aside and give them chance to pass. And I want to congratulate the people of St. David's for a wonderful job. We take him out from the ground and we put him in the house. And he's there to stay. Have a blessed day.
Thank you very much. Indeed, yes. 4407377. Yeah, excavator pass, all kind of thing. And listen, you see the cement truck go up the road. And afterwards, you see it come back down. It went up with a load. And then you saw the cement truck come back down and so on. So it was right there. The same way that the New National Party supporters saw it, the NDC supporters would have been able to see it as well. But no, some of them are blind to progress. We can't help them. They are blind, to progress. They are visually impaired when it comes to the issue of progress taking place in Grenada. Progress such as Grenada being removed from the blacklist. Nah, I ain't think I'll hear that one. Nah, I ain't think I'll hear that one. No. I ain't think I'll hear that. I ain't think I'll hear that.
Pull your phone. Tap the screen.
Yeah, pull up the link. Pull your phone. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Grenada has been removed from the EU blacklist. Your government told you that they believe that Grenada would have been erroneously included on that list, made representation, and was told that it was just one thing that you had to sign. Government of Grenada signed that, and now Grenada has been removed from the blacklist. So I'm seeing an article here about Barbados and Grenada among 8 jurisdictions which have been removed from the EU list of non-cooperative jurisdictions for tax purposes, following commitments made at high political level to remedy EU concerns. Yeah? Barbados, Grenada, the Republic of Korea, Macau, South African Republic, Mongolia, Panama, Tunisia, and the United Arab Emirates are moved to a separate category of jurisdictions subject to close monitoring. However, St. Lucia and Trinidad and Tobago remain on the list. Yeah, they're still there.
Just do anything,
On the 23rd of January 2018, the Council agreed that a delisting was justified in the light of an expert assessment of the commitments made by these jurisdictions to address deficiencies identified by the EU. In each case, the commitments were backed by letters signed at a high political level. We have a call online. Good morning.
Good morning, Sheldon. How are you doing?
I am excellently fine.
Are you good?
Great. Already.
Huh?
Already. I registered and already.
You ready like Freddie?
Yeah, watch. I'm more than Freddie. Freddie,
Well,
whole
that's
family.
Very good. That's very good, man.
Yes,
Well,
ma'am.
they could jump as high as what? We on the safe side already. So
All right.
they could do what they want. Could do what they want. They don't catching us at all. We going straight and we lit already. So let them do what they want to do.
All right, my
They
brother.
bored.
Yes, ma'am.
So God bless you and you have a nice day.
Thank you so very much.
All right?
All right. Bless you.
Okay.
All right. Yes, mommy. Yeah, they could do what they want. They could say what they want. At the end of the day, know this. Yeah? That once you are registered and you are ready, you have the opportunity to ensure that the government that you want to see in office remains in office. Yeah? Nice? Great. Yeah, so remember, check the voters list. PEO Grenada. Yeah? Hey, Dali. Good morning to you, sweetheart. Hope you're having a fabulous day. Yo, Dali, she has her independence wear, and not only her. If you're down in St. George, you're passing by the NIS Mall, check out Helen Marie. Yeah, she has all the independence wear for the children. You know, the children usually have the independence marches and that sort of thing. So, Helen already has, and for the gentlemen, she has ties and so on. And if the ladies need an independence outfit, Helen could link you up. And if you're up in St. Andrew, Dali could link you up. Yeah? So you could get linked up nice. Check either Dali if you're in Grenville, and if you're in town, you could check Helen Marie. We have a call online. Good morning.
Hey, Senator, good morning.
Morning, sir.
How are you today?
A good man. That sounds like you're out on the road.
yeah, man, I'm out already.
What's the temperature today? But what's the temperature today?
The temperature about 37 degrees today.
Ugh.
It's good. It's not bad. It's good.
Yeah, good for all you, not for me. Somebody talking about
yesterday of 56.
Enjoy it while it lasts. Yes, you were saying good morning to Cami.
Yeah. Say good morning to her.
Yes,
but what a massive set of people last night.
Mm-hmm.
For a weekday of work.
Yeah.
You know, that sends a message that the people are ready and energized.
Yes, indeed. And when you looked at the crowd, and I'm a person that spent close to 10 years living in St. David. And man, I saw people from all parts of St. David there last night. Some people who were, and you know what's surprising though? A lot of people who were never associated with the New National Party, people I knew as members of the National Democratic Congress, NDC, T-shirt wearing, bus riding, flag waving, finger voting members of the NDC that are no longer associating themselves with that organization. I saw literally hundreds of them there last night in the rally of the New National Party, and not just there, you know, wearing the T-shirts and taking part in the activity. And it sends a very, very clear message nationally what is taking place, that the NNP is the party of unity.
Of course. You know, this is what I was saying. I look at many of the endorsements, and I watch carefully. There are certain things I look for. And I look at the enthusiasm of the youth in the rally, in the endorsement, I have to say. And I gotta say to myself, that sense for progress and continuation of a successful government.
Mm-hmm.
You see, this is what I look for. I don't only look for only the crowd, but I look to see in the crowd the enthusiasm of the younger folks. Because this generation is what have to carry anything forward.
Mm-hmm.
And which is great. But I tell you, the energy is there. The zeal for the people is there. And there is no doubt about it. Something gonna take place coming up. I'm waiting for the date. And I guarantee you, I think I should be there.
My
I think I
brother,
will be down.
with all God's blessing, I hope to see you, eh? Right.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
And don't come alone, eh? Right. The more the merrier.
I don't want to come alone. My partner tell me if I want to come down, I said no. I'm booking my own flight and come. I ain't waiting for nobody.
You want nobody stop the progress.
Yeah. I said, because you see, that's something I said once before. And that was a long, long time ago because I have a lot of NDC friends, a lot of them. We don't take politics to be bitter enemies. Mm-hmm. We may differ on certain ideas. You support the party. Like I always tell them, I used to stay neutral in politics in Grenada since after the revolution. That was my side. I used to stay neutral. To never get involved into deep politics in Grenada since the demise of the revolution. Mm-hmm. But I told a friend of mine who's a strong NBC supporter, I said, let me tell you one thing, and that's about this in about 2008 or something like that. I said, let me tell you one thing. As a man grew up in the revolution, I guarantee you, anytime I said nothing but become the leader of your party, I will take my dying and my sweating blood and go to Grenada and campaign against it. I promise her that, and I tell her I will do it. And I think the time has come. I'm telling you, I'm coming. Get my job ready for me down there, so when you hear I land, I start in on day one.
All right.
There is no rest.
Me and Kami go link you up.
Grenada.
Me and Kami go link you up.
Yes, there's no rest. Anything I gotta get to bring down, I will do it to come to campaign down there. And there's no doubt about it.
All right, my brother.
I ain't afraid no election. Trust me. I did it in New York. I'm not afraid nothing down there. So I'm coming. As Becky said, I'm coming like a hurricane.
Well, as I said, let's keep moving and make sure and tell your wife a special good morning for me.
Oh yeah. Right. She looking to come down sometime. I hope the date fall within her time to be down there.
Great.
Yes, I hope it fall within her time because she want to be down there at a certain time, and I hope it fall just at the same time.
So she have a couple days before she knows exactly what day the date will be.
We waiting for Sunday,
Yep.
I already said Sunday. I have nowhere to go. To sit down carefully, relax, get everything done, and hook up my television to see.
And here's what, we've got it on YouTube. Outside of having it on Facebook, we also have it on YouTube. And
yeah, I know you're talking about the YouTube connection.
NNP Grenada on YouTube, and you would be able to view it live. As it happens, you'll be able to see it.
Yep. I always view it live,
Yeah.
Yeah, always view them live. I don't, without viewing live, also have my radio playing, so I don't miss nothing. If I walk away from the television, at least I hear it from the radio, so I don't miss nothing. But let me tell you, man, that is enthusiasm. Tell NDC we're coming down like a hurricane.
Yes,
we're going to destroy them and sweep them off the ground once and for all.
Well, the thing is, I think they're doing a good enough job of destroying themselves.
Oh, yeah. You see, vetting and scrutinizing is one of the key things I do. And, this candidate they have for the tongue of St. George's.
An embarrassment, man.
What a shameful candidate that could be. I did look at that candidate back during the time of the referendum. That's when I really knew the person. And I listened to that person, and I said to myself, you was a member of that set committee, and then you come out from that committee and making such a statement. That tells me one thing of you. You are conniving and deceitful. And then when I heard her speak on the program on GDN, and she said that she go to one village and say something else, and she go to another village and say something else, you ain't ready for politics. You're just a crook. That's basically how I look at her, as a crook. Because only crooks operate in such a manner.
Yeah, because it seems as though it's one message for the diaspora. So when they come out to New York and they go to Medgar Evers or wherever, there's one message that they give to the Grenadian diaspora out there. Then when they come to Grenada and they go to the rural communities, they have a separate message for them. And then when they come to town, they have a different message. But the thing is, you should have one message. But the thing is that they believe that people who live in the rural areas, the NDC believes that these people dotish, and the only thing that they are worthy of is to go in the farm. That's what they believe in, that the only thing that people who live in the rural community are good for is farming, and that they dotish. That's how the NDC perceives them. They don't think that a young man from, let's say, from Lakabeke or from Telescope or somewhere, they don't believe that he has the ability to become a doctor or a lawyer like one of them. They believe that all he's good for is doing farming. That's why they always speak about agriculture in the sense of they believe that these people are only good as hewers of wood and drawers of water. That's what they believe of them. That's their perception of the rural community.
Yeah, because when you listen to them and the way they speak, man, it is so shameful of people with that high level of education. I would not say intelligence, education, to make such a remark. Because if they had the intelligence and the wisdom, they would never make such a remark. They should speak something of good sense about the people of Grenada. And I always tell them, no matter what we do, Grenada always and will always become first. That is one thing I always tell them. I will die for my country.
Yes,
no matter what it is, no matter where I go. My country is my country. Like I always tell them, politicians come and politicians go. Grenada have nowhere to go. Whether you do good or bad, the country has to deal with the situation when it comes. That's why I always tell them I will protect my country no matter what. But tell them I'm coming down like a hurricane.
All right. Thank you so very much.
You have a wonderful day, and we will chat again.
Yes, indeed. All right.
Okay, then.
That's it.
Okay, good. Bye-bye.
Yes, and remember, we're celebrating 44 years as an independent nation this year. The Independence Motorcade that will be taking place this Saturday. So real motorcade over the weekend, man. Motorcade on Saturday. Then Honorable Peter David, I know he has a motorcade starting on the Carnage, going up the lane, going and meet Brother Bowen somewhere around by the roundabout at the top of the lane there. Then they coming down through Independence Avenues area. They're coming down, going through Tempe area. They down the River Road, and they come and go by the stadium and they meeting up with Doc. And then from there, they're coming up in a motorcade, coming up through Cherry Hill, Grand Mall, Happy Hill, and on to Beaujeu,
Drinking rum.
Asking Mr. Technical Man if I could get a day off. Yeah, and saying, man, Mr. Technical Man, is he others work with? I had to get a day off from him. Good morning. Hello? 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 Oh boy, I'm hearing that person speaking and very, very low. Something seems to be wrong with their phone. Caller, give us a call back. Check your phone. Make sure it's working properly and give us a call back. 4407 Technical Man ain't telling me nothing. He had us work with. I feel I want to go on the motorcade, Not necessarily driving. I ain't driving in the motorcade thing. I ain't do sure on that. Nice. So remember the Honorable Peter David, he'll be starting on the Carnage. Yeah, so his motorcade will be starting on the Carnage. They're coming across the Carnage. So they're going up the lane, and from up the lane and so meeting up with Brother Bowen, who will be coming out from Laborie, St. Paul's area and thing, you understand? I ain't think it go on nobody home up in them area there. Right, because they know who's the other candidate for the NDC. Them people and them say they don't know. Imagine the candidate for the NDC walk into the candidate for the NNP office asking if there is the office to go and register people. I mean, come on, man. You don't even know the area. You don't know what the registration office is, but you're running up the lot. So yes, so the Independence Motorcade that will be taking place this Saturday. I'll get some more information so we could pass that on to you all. and one or two of the other independence activities as they're coming about. You know my main activity for the weekend on Sunday. All roads lead to Bujeju. It's going to be the endorsement of Prime Minister Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell. Yeah, the Honorable Gregory Bowen. The undefeated and undefeatable Peter David.
In this lovely paradise.
So this weekend is gonna what? This weekend is action. I love it, I love it, I love it. And if all you're doing this kind of thing during the week, imagine what Latant looked like yesterday. Yeah. We just a kind of, not 48 hours, a 24-hour kind of thing, and you make a decision one time because you saw the Baltazar River overflew over here, its banks, and also a lot of rain on Sunday. So the activity couldn't have taken place, and to see that you're able to switch it to a new location and have such a successful activity shows you the strength and the capability of the new National Party. And also, even with all the people that came out last night, remember there are people who would have been able to make it on Sunday but couldn't make it last night because of work and so on, eh? And all of them was crying. So remember, Sunday's activity, you can also view it on YouTube. You'll see it via the New National Party Facebook page, NNP Grenada on Facebook, the Hard Talk page on Facebook, as well as we run it straight from the NNP page, my brother. NNP page we're going to use on Sunday, or we're going to use Prime Minister's page. NNP's page on Sunday. It will be shared via all the other pages, but it will be broadcast directly from the NNP page. Also on YouTube. You'll have it on channel 1000 on Flow. You will have it also via nearly every radio station. Yeah, I ain't even bothering to start to call radio station because I could call from Sister Isle in the north, coming down a little further less further north, a little more south north. Right, nice. So if there's such a thing as south north, right, get. You're reaching by Andrew Donald there, 91.9, 91.5, WeFM 93.9, 93.3. 97.5 definitely will be broadcasting. 89.5 always there with us. Mr. Faithful always there with us. So they definitely will be broadcasting. I know my good friend Wade up in New York will not lose that opportunity to broadcast something like that unless he has something really pre-packaged and so on already ready to go on at that time. Yeah, that's the only way Wade go miss that. Nice, good. Somebody was asking me for a piece of this one. 4407377.
Progress. You don't know. Since NDC got in power, Grenadians suffering. We gave them a chance to run the country, but nothing is happening. Every time Killman a stop, the man making us feel shame. So we cannot afford for NDC to run Grenada again. NDC, they got to go. Yellow Party, they got to go. Second time all your...
Yeah, someone just messaged me saying, make sure people double check the list because some of your names not on the list. Also, you have to be careful how you type in the name. Over the weekend, we were typing in a certain person's name and it wasn't showing up on the list and saying, no, this person's name has been removed. Only to realize that you couldn't leave the space between the surname, like if you have a surname like Saint something, right? Yeah, you can't leave the space and that kind of. So check it out like that, yeah? Make sure the names are there and then double check that with the voters list that would be hung up in the different areas.
We want more stability. Alan Walker, you got to go and take Andal with you also. Senato's not West Delma go win. Andal you could never be boss win. Patrick Simmons
4407377.
Take it no more. Serious matters you won't be laughing, so that's why we voting for Evelyn.
34732933101.
You don't know.
Yeah, so remember, it's very important to get registered. Make sure you're registered. Tati, I know that you're excited about Sunday, my love. Yes, I know that you are. Yeah, waiting to see how you're doing all the thing, you know. Yeah, right? Nice. Hey, Irvin, it's raining out there in London. Oh, boy. Yeah, we had enough of that. We ain't looking for no more in a hurry, right? Depot, he says Pedro's motorcade would be passing through or over Claudette's pocket meeting. Claudette have a meeting. I don't know. Maybe she have a meeting. I don't know. They could have meeting, they could have chickening, they could have fishing, they could have all kind of thing going on. I skip Molyneux. Tati, no, I ain't skip Molyneux. I mean, I can call out every area in then I got to call out all up in Mount Moritz and everything. See why I doesn't want to start a call thing? Yeah, let me see what my mom saying there. People big mouth and saying she's a NNP and doesn't win elections. So they better go out and register. Yes, she's correct. Yes, saying I's a NNP. I's a NNP, I's a NNP. And when the bus is ready to go to a rally or something, you jump on the bus and you put on a t-shirt and I want a t-shirt and I want a cap and I want a wristband and I want a flag to wave. And when you check the voters list, you're not registered. Yeah? Listen now, all of you all that fill in the bus and thing for Sunday, make sure everybody that goes on that bus is registered. Yeah? You could have your phone with your little data. Candidates, give each of the people and them in charge of the buses and them some data on the phone. Yeah? And let them use the website on the phone and verify that these individuals are registered. We ain't saying don't bring them if they ain't registered, but we're saying make sure that you know that they are not registered so that you can get them registered when the time comes. Alright? Mom is making a very important point there. Yeah? A lot of people there, I's a NNP. I love Dr. Michelle. I love Delma. I love Emlyn. I love Pedro. I love Minister Boyne. Making a lot of noise. And when you check the list, they're not registered and they keep thinking that, okay, I go have time go, I go have time go, I go have time go. Well, listen, yesterday to today, you have 1 day less. And only Prime Minister who has the date in the back pocket knows if you're going to be able to register next week or not. Next thing, you can't register next week. You know for a fact he's announcing the date on Sunday. So what if the situation is as such that you cannot register come Monday next week? Where you going to cry? That can't help. Get registered. You have the remainder today. You have tomorrow and you have Friday. If you're encountering problems, check your new National Party representative in the constituency. Let them know what the problems are, so that those problems could be dealt with immediately. If you had to work with a justice of the peace, we work with the justice of the peace. If we had to work with we lawyers, we working with we lawyers. Once a person is legally entitled to be registered at a particular location, nobody ain't gonna play. They want to play politics and they ain't registering this one and they ain't registering that one. When the person is legally able to be registered in that location, nobody ain't going and bully nobody into doing their work. But also, nobody will bully anybody against their constitutional rights. If they have a right to be registered, they will be registered. So whether we had to work with a lawyer or whether we had to work with the justice of the peace, we're going to work with what we had to work with. But the people will be registered. So get registered. Yeah? Nice. Good. All right. So everybody excited about Sunday and all kind of thing. Anarin, good morning, sir. All right, 40 degrees in New York. Nice weather for you, Teresa. Hey, Teresa, for you and for Anshel and so on, I had to play a song yesterday, but we got so tied up in everything that I did not get the opportunity to play that song for you all. Also, for Dr. Julie Dubois, who celebrated her birthday earlier this week, and all of you celebrating your birthday this week, I just wanted to play this one for you all.
This is your day. This is your day. This is your day. This is your day. Like fine wine maturing, so pure, sure and sparkling. It's so reassuring to know someone so loving. This is your day. This is your day. This is your day. This is your day. Happy birthday to you. May all your wishes
Yes, Teresa, Angel, Julie, all of you celebrating birthdays, or who have celebrated birthdays this week. I wouldn't be playing it next year. I don't know why people has paid that tune, man. That tune is not a birthday tune. There's a birthday tune. Honorable Oliver Joseph's birthday was last week, Thursday, yeah?
Such great company. This is your day. This is your day. This is your day. This is your day. Happy birthday to you. May all your wishes.
Yeah, the only other Tuesday I've ever seen that amount of people in the street in St. David would be a Carnival Tuesday, yeah? Yeah, when St. David people ready to play the job up in Natan, that's the only other time I see that amount of people in the street in St. David on a Tuesday.
Happy birthday.
Strange enough, there was a job somewhere around. There was a job, yeah, representative somewhere around there.
Birthday.
Breathing fire and so on.
This is your day. This is your day.
Incorporating aspects of our culture into our campaign, yeah? You know, certain people don't like that. They don't like when they see Shortney and Veko and Jab and them kind of thing. They say, where they going with that? What they doing? And then when you hear the Prime Minister delivering his address and he's speaking, yeah? And you hear the other members, you hear Honorable Oliver Joseph, or you hear Honorable Peter David, or you hear Honorable Clarice Modeste and so on, and you hear the messages that they are putting forward, and you realize that these people are putting forward real serious. They're saying, listen, this is what we have been able to achieve. This is what is taking place now. And this is where we expect Grenada to go in the future. And you can be part of the process. That's always the message coming from the New National Party platform. But there seem to be some people who only tune in to Channel 1000 or only tune in online when a performance taking place by one of the artists or one of the acts that are performing or something like that, or when Prime Minister arrives and he does his little dance and that kind of thing. It seems as there are some people that the only thing that they can see, because remember they're suffering from political visual impairment, the only time they could see is when that is happening. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
How are you, boss?
Hey, I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm good.
You almost make me heart fall off, you know.
Go right ahead, man.
Yes. Yesterday I was listening to Mr. Brooke on a program. I think it was with Brenda.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, I think it was, yeah. And he was speaking of a number of things that should be looked at and taken care of in the country, which I believe he could be correct in that sense. But so happened, Mr. Brooke was a member of government with all those brilliant ideas of things that should have been and what shouldn't. And I think Mr. Brooke behavior in that government he was there in was to make sure that Mr. Tillman Thomas failed as a leader, that he didn't succeed, that he should have won the election that has gone, which means Mr. Buck would have remained where he was. You would have never get leadership. Because I can see as you as a member of a team, you're playing together. You recognize a man batting and where he's very good at. You encourage any man to bowl him where you know definitely you wouldn't get wicket. He makes statement like a marketing board. The manner in which marketing board is running and competing with farmers and supermarkets and stuff. With milk and sugar and whatever they bring in come in the country, that should be done by some other entities and that marketing board. That marketing board solely deal with agricultural products and everything. If that is the case, Mr. Buck was there. He was there for 4 years and 6 months. He never addressed that problem. He never do anything about it. But yesterday you heard him on the radio and the program saying that shouldn't be. And you had a government which was solely responsible for marketing board. You never do anything about that. He speaks about Grenlec. He know to himself that Grenlec behavior and the deal that Grenlec got it through the government at 1994 is never proper. But what he's saying now, what might have been good in 94 mightn't be good now. They're not true. You don't want to accept that they make a bad deal. But if it was Dr. Mitchell that did that in 94, all know you would not have seen it the way he's saying it now, you know. You'd have never been. So you want to cover up the deal that they make. You don't want to admit it's a bad deal in the sense that Grenada lose. You only say it was okay in 94, but now as time goes ahead and things change, that's the case. So some changes have to take place. All right. He speaks about a number of other things that I believe Mr. Buck need to be a more genuine and honest person if he really want to be a leader and he want people to trust him. He can't play in smart man thing to be a leader. That doesn't make you a leader. People will recognize you too quick and too easy when you're playing smart man thing to be leader. They won't trust you. They won't take that with you. Because you see now, Mr. Buck was in a government before. Dr. Mitchell was in a government before he became a leader, you know. He was a minister in a ministry, you know. And by his way of doing things, they recognize leadership in Dr. Mitchell. The people of Grenada recognize it. You know. He didn't go there and say, he's a leader and I'm more competent than this man and that man dancing too much and this man dancing too much, you know. Dr. Mitchell worked and proved himself to be that person. People recognize it and they say, no, that's the leader. I would say that we got to go for him. We can't let him stay outside and waste. Mr. Buck can prove that to the Grenadian people. That has never been proven yet. So the way he beating up his chest and getting in and trying to little Mr. Dr. Mitchell and make it look like Dr. Mitchell is the worst leader that ever passed through Grenada. He had to be mad. He had to be sick. I remember very well, Dr. Mitchell tried this thing, importing the sand from outside to come into Grenada because they really wanted to stop the sand mining and save the beaches. That is a long time now, you know. That is in the 90s, you know. Dr. Mitchell tried a little thing to see if that would have worked. Boy, if you hear these people in them ball and get on, if you hear cry, oh God, the man go bring him crocodile, he go bring bad snake in the country, he go bring this, he go bring that. Bruh, you have to stop it and allow the beach to continue to be dogged up continually. When NDC won the election in 2008, he didn't take them a year before they in the office, they get rid of the sand mining and they import sand from wherever coming into Grenada. They never consider anything about snakes, alligator and all this dangerous beasts they was crying about in the 90s when Dr. Mitchell tried to stop the sand mining in Grenada. They bring it come in the country without any check, no check. They just bring sand come, helter skelter. You understand the kind of people they could be? These beach and them that go deteriorating now should not have been, you know. All because when something should be done, once it's under Dr. Mitchell watch, no, it shouldn't be. They don't care how well it's going to benefit Grenada. Once it's Dr. Mitchell, no, it shouldn't be. You understand who NDC is? You understand who they are? And today, they want the Grenadian people to trust them as a group, that we should take the business of this country and put it in the hands of these guys and them who never proven themselves to be genuine. Never proven themselves to be genuine. All they want is power. But we already seen it. We already known. So the people have make up their mind exactly what they're going to do whenever the date would be called. So it's no need to be crying and making night outside it, Brother Brock. No need to be doing that. So I think you need to relax yourself. Wait for the date just as us. And the right thing will be done when the time comes. Mm-hmm. Have a nice day, boss.
All right. Thank you.
Good.
Yeah, and a lot of them worried about the date. No. What NDC should be worried about is the licks. Yeah, that's what they should be worried about. Not the date. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Is this Hard Talk?
Yes, you're live.
Yeah, good morning, Sheldon.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make a suggestion on the program.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll hope you'll repeat it if you agree with me. As regards the registration, you're forever telling people to go register. But my experience in talking to people, many people do not know that you may need to have your birth certificate or some sort of identification with you when you go. Many people do not. They're confusing the parliamentary elections office with the constituency office. And some people really need help. There are some people who say, well, to go quite a long day, they don't have money to pay the bus and things. So I like to make a suggestion that, first of all, you're encouraging people to go and vote register, that you remind them of the things that they may need.
Okay.
Call out the names of the parliamentary elections offices in the various constituencies. And possibly you could suggest to people that they can call the parliamentary rep offices and maybe ask for assistance. Maybe some people may even need transportation to go down there because time is very short, and I think it is very worthwhile that we do things like that and continually encourage people, continually repeat that. Give the numbers, phone numbers of the constituency offices. Possibly some parliamentarians may not, representatives may not mind that the numbers are given out. But just help people, because a lot of people really don't know, and some people need a lot of encouragement. They may need transportation, they may need somebody to pick them up, and things like that. So this is what I like to suggest. And please, if you agree with me, that you continually repeat that every day going into the election date announcement and so on. Thank you.
Okay, and I agree with you 1,000,000%. All right, thank you. Yes, and that caller has made a wonderful suggestion. And here's what. Immediately, we in sticking. Right, Carriacou and Petit Martinique, that's in Kim's Building on Church Street. The phone number there, 443-6430. St. Andrew Southeast, that's at the Agricultural Office seat in James Street in Grenville, 438-5248. St. Andrew Southwest, that's at the Lacroix Building on Gladstone Road, Grenville, 438-5228. We have a caller online. We'll come back to that. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Devon.
Well,
good morning, Sheldon.
He listening.
Oh, no, I know Devon upset this morning. Well, Sheldon, I want to say congratulations to Honorable Oliver Joseph for a wonderful endorsement yesterday, and to he and the people of St. David for doing an excellent job yesterday. Brother Sheldon, yesterday was massive. In Gary, Gary had a rally. How guys say jumbo?
Yeah, jumbo meeting.
Jumbo. And it was a very, very massive crowd yesterday. I just hope that the people that were there all register. They register and prepared for them to go out and vote in the upcoming election. And Brother Sheldon, I want to say something again. You see with Dr. Mitchell, when Dr. Mitchell was Minister of Works, Dr. Mitchell didn't beat each other fight for leadership. Dr. Mitchell did what he had to do, and the people of Greater Carriacou and Petit Martinique see the quality in this man. Remember Dr. Mitchell and Honorable Gary Boyd, when he was in the manager of Grand Lake, what they did, they electrify the rural area with electricity. Because there's home where there was no electricity, and they electrify every home, or the majority of their homes, with electricity. And because of the good work that they did, the people of Greater Carriacou and Petit Martinique see the qualities in these people. And this is why today they are reaping the harvest. Alright? No, they did not wrong go and fight for power, but of the qualities that they saw, the people of Greater saw in them. That's why today, Dr. Mitchell, he is reaping the harvest, the LMP is reaping the harvest because they love people, and when you love people, people return back kindness and love back to you. But Sheldon, I want to say, Sunday coming will be a massive day. And the people of St. John Northwest will come out in the numbers and the match endorse Dr. Mitchell as our next candidate for the upcoming general election. We know the result already, but we want the result to be greater than it was during the last election.
All right.
Well, Sheldon, have a wonderful day. God bless you all.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. 440-7377. That's 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get on to the inside. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
Senator Sheldon, how you do, sweetheart?
Everybody's okay.
Everybody good?
Yes, of course.
What's about Brother Devon?
Everybody's okay.
Right. Brother Senator Sheldon, yesterday I had a wonderful time. And everybody was surprised at me when they say I wasn't able to walk together with the truck. Senator Sheldon.
Wait. Hold on, Miss Jacob. Let me just get something clear here. You was in that crowd behind the truck?
Right behind the truck, I hold the truck.
Oh God, where was it for camera? Oh goodness.
Because my minister was in the house.
Oh
and I don't want nobody tell me nothing about my minister. I want to see him for
we papa.
I was in that crowd behind the truck with the house. And I hang on to my truck. And I'm powerful as I know what. What? I could put on a dance gear right now.
Miss Jacob, behave yourself, eh?
I'm fit as a fiddle for something.
You're playing dock? Lead the dance in the dock, yeah?
So you did just think I just come and I sit down there?
Oh, so that's why you're sweating when you come. Okay, all right. Okay, I understand
now.
now.
When they pick up my minister, and I move behind them with my minister. You making joke, you mother.
All right.
Oh, God. Yesterday was wonderful.
Yes.
I tell a lady, I know it's not Sunday, no. But I say, hey, today Sunday, we watch crowd. The lady say, Miss Jacob, what do you? Miss Jacob, today's Tuesday, no. I know today's Tuesday, but I just tell her today Sunday.
Yeah, you're just teasing her.
Nice crowd. And the weather hold up nice, Senator.
Yeah, not a drop of rain.
No. You know what a friend of mine tell me? She tell me, Miss Jacob, Sunday, he didn't need a washing out. But all what they had there, they wash it out. And then come Tuesday. And it was wonderful. I really thought it was a Sunday too, Senator.
When you're baptizing, the water does do not dip in water?
Yes.
All right, so that's what we make sure we do there.
And then...
Rain is always a blessing.
Yes.
Rain is always a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so never be upset with God for doing his work.
No, you can't accept it. You can't do that.
All right. Well, Miss Jacob, we won't talk again.
Well, you go have a wonderful day, Mommy Judge.
Oh, I have to give her a call, we? I have to give her a call.
Brother Devon.
Yes.
And God bless you. Love you, sweetheart.
And you know we love you too.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
I would give anything. Someone or all you must have footage of Miss Jacob behind the truck. Believe me, you. Yeah, Miss Jacob was behind the truck. I want to see that footage. Believe me, somebody send it for me. One all you have it, send it for me. All right? Nice. And listen, want to just get one or two things straight. One, when you're going to get registered, because the caller before mentioned that, we're going to take this phone call and I'm going to come back to it. I wouldn't forget the point. Good morning. Good morning. Excuse me. Good morning.
Good morning, Sheldon Scott.
Good morning, Camille
Teresa
Scott.
And everybody, you guys listening.
Yes,
I want to say special good morning to Mr. Watts in the United States of America and his wife, Zingo, Mr. Deputy, my friend from Bedmota out there, Patty and Matthew in Canada, and my friends in England. Good morning to everybody. We did have a beautiful day today. People on back and forth. And to good morning again to the people in St. Davis. Wonderful job.
Yes.
You know,
Camille, they turn out. They well turn out, Camille.
I want to say something to somebody NNPI.
Yeah.
To somebody NNPI. I would like them to leave me alone whenever they see me in any public meeting.
Mm-hmm.
I would appreciate that some of the members that claim to be NNP have some respect when they see me in any meeting. Please. Okay?
Nice.
I want to let them know that. I would appreciate that they don't harass me and tell me nothing out of the way. Because it's not nice. I'm a Grenadian. And I'm a big woman. I could make my own decision.
You should appoint me.
To do what I want.
You should have let me see.
I know they're listening.
You should have let me see who.
When all this see me.
Camille. Oh gosh, your phone cut off. You should have let me see who, girl. You should have let me see who. Yeah, only behave on yourself. That's tripping us all again on with it. Nice, behave. Doesn't understand some of them. Anyway, right. 440-7377. That's 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get on to the inside. Discipline 9 line. I feel like my team song.
We like it. Which one you like? We like it. I did to groovy.
We have a caller online. Good morning.
Sheldon, good morning, brother man.
Hey,
how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine myself, yeah. You know, I had a caller on the crazy program this morning. Alluded to the upgrade on the airport.
Mm-hmm.
They used to bring in crooks and criminals and bandits and all kind of things.
What do you expect from some people that's suffering from mental instability?
What is clear the man that is running for Prime Minister was on that program this morning, and he didn't even correct her.
He wouldn't.
I mean, the host sometimes normally don't do that. But I'm gonna say that you running for office and somebody making that kind of statement in your face, and you wouldn't correct them. You wouldn't say, no, we need that expansion because of the growing, those so and so, whatever. You don't have the to even correct that caller. Let that person go down the drain, the same things in them out. I mean, you don't have the kindness in your heart to say, well, let me correct that person, let me make them a little bit more smart, let me put them straight. You know, you let that grenade and go down that road of believing that expansion of the airport is to bring in crooks and criminals. I mean, you don't have that in you as a leader of a party.
But not only that. Remember, this is the year 2018. So what I say here is not limited to the people who are within reach of an FM frequency on the island of Grenada.
Yeah.
It's within reach of every single human being on the face of the earth who can access the internet.
That's right.
And even what I'm saying now, if they cannot access the internet right now to listen to what I'm saying, it's recorded. It means that 10, 15, 20, 100, 300 years down the road, that what I say right now will be properly recorded in history. And people can refer to that and say, this is what was taking place in Grenada at that point in time. So let's say there's a person in Norway right now who is planning to take their family to the Caribbean. They've heard that Grenada has been rated 3rd overall of the 50 places on the entire planet to visit, the top 50 out of the millions of places there are.
That's right.
That Grenada is rated as the 3rd. And that Grenada is the place that they are going to take their family from Norway, and they're going to come to visit Grenada. Then they hear an idiot on radio speaking that garbage.
Correct.
They may just very well change their mind.
Well, I hope not. And the second point I want to make is that same individual want to make an argument about the economy and the debt. I mean, it's like you were in office, right? You were controlling the economy. Yeah? All international agencies that Green had to pay money to, even to get medicine, we were not paying it. Yeah? We were borrowing money from St. Vincent just to pay salaries. We were selling our assets just to pay salary and just keep ourselves afloat every month. Yeah? And that individual want to turn around and speak about, you want to have a conversation about the economy, how you can get this economy moving. I mean, this is a big joke.
He didn't say which direction. No, the man is for once he's making an honest statement. He wants to have a conversation of how he can move the economy, but he would never move the economy positively. He moved the economy when he was the Minister of Finance. He moved it negatively.
Negatively. So that's what I'm saying. If you want to have an argument about that, I think if he really a true politician, he wouldn't even try to talk about that. He would try to talk about something that maybe he did a little bit that he could maybe talk about. Somebody he really helped when he went in office. If he did help anything, I'm just saying you need to look for it and then talk about it. But if you can't talk about the economy, brother. You just wasn't a good finance minister. You wrecked this economy, and it took us at least about 2 or 3 years to get it back on track. Yeah? Mm-hmm. And now you want to talk about the economy and talk about the debt and the host of that program, to me, I don't think this guy have any economic sense.
Well, listen, the Prime Minister, they keep asking about the debt. And the Prime Minister was very clear in his statement.
Very clear.
He said that the debt is under $2 billion. But
very clear.
Any figure that you call, the NDC will say that figure is too high.
Yeah.
If the figure was over $2 billion, they would say, wow, $2 billion, look at that, and they'd make a certain noise. If you say it's $1 billion, they would make a lot of noise and say, look, oh, it's $1 billion, oh gosh, and look, if you say it's $100 million, they would make noise about that. No matter what figure you call, they would make noise about it. But Prime Minister is correct. The issue is not what it is at right now, and it is lower than it was before because, of course, you got debt forgiveness and all these things taking place because of the structural adjustment, some of which were in the final stages. So, and it's being paid on a monthly basis, right?
Exactly. We've been paid.
So it's not that you have a national debt and you are unable to pay it. Grenada's debt to GDP ratio, their debt to GDP ratio is the lowest in the OECS, if not the Caribbean.
All right, simple like that.
Which means that Grenada's economy is generating enough money to pay on whatever the debt is.
And you make a point there. That is the lowest in the Caribbean. Yeah? But the idiots in them now trying to make an argument that to please their own self and their ego and fool their supporters and tell them that's not true.
Have you been listening to the radio programs this morning, various radio programs?
I only listened to one.
Did you hear any of the NDC people on any other program say congratulations to the government for coming off the blacklist?
No.
But they had a radio program, they cry, they bawl, they they rent, they close, all kind of thing. And say, oh gosh, we on the blacklist. And when it was explained to them, they refused to believe the explanation. But it has been proven because this news hasn't come out from Grenada, it has come out from the European Union.
Exactly.
That Grenada is moved off of the list. But it's something positive. So they won't speak about that.
No, they don't want to hear that. They want to hear we've been blacklisted a third time and a fourth time.
I'll tell you something, brother.
Listed all kind of thing.
And I'll continue to repeat it because I know it's a fact and I know it's true. I'll repeat the following. 1. The NDC's only campaign that anyone can expect is that the NDC will be focusing on people and the individuals, and so they will be publishing and staying and creating all sorts of nasty bits and pieces of propaganda on individuals, thinking that they can attack a person, attack their personal life, attack their finances, that sort of thing. That is what their campaign is going to focus on.
I can see it already.
They do not have a campaign that focuses on building or developing or uniting or moving our country forward or what is the best plan, anything like that. They don't have that in mind. The only thing is to try to see if they could win a seat or two.
Well, I don't see how can you do that by campaigning like that.
Well, they believe that if they do that enough, they can turn some people against individual candidates. But let me say this to you as well, that in campaigning like that, the Grenadian people ought not to accept it.
Exactly.
The Grenadian people ought to accept only a substantive campaign where issues are being discussed by the individual political parties. None of them, if they are honest with themselves, can say that within the time that the NNP has been endorsing candidates and bringing forward their candidates, that the issues that directly affect the constituencies of the already endorsed candidates have not been put forward. The achievements of the person who is putting themselves forward and what their plan and vision is for the constituency. And they have heard that message consistently from the New National Party. Yeah, they keep asking, well, what's the New National Party plan? If they would remove the wax from their ears, they would hear exactly what the plans of the New National Party are, but they're not interested in that. They want to focus on the fact that the Prime Minister is energetic and fit, and that when he comes, he can dance. And he has a lot of reason he can dance.
Well, I don't see what was. I saw the former Prime Minister in a meeting last election dancing with his wife on the stage.
You mean the one where and Peter Soliman started to dance and he couldn't keep up?
You understand? So I don't see what you're making an issue about dancing about. I mean, if you see, I don't understand.
Then my good partner and his wife Franca, they were dancing on the stage.
You understand? I don't understand what they're trying to do.
Good partner.
The people are they're jealous, you know, totally jealous.
And he could dance,
the enthusiasm and the excitement and the professionalism of the meeting and one problem I have, Sheldon, with the meetings, right? Now, with the background screen, right? I see when the meeting about to start, normally they will have the kind of pictures up, yeah? And throughout the meeting, I think they would have the screen behind us, you know, displaying different things, yeah?
Yeah.
I think that they should more or less let because most of the candidates have ads, right? What they have running, right? But I'm saying that you could remove the audio and let the ads just run so people can view the different projects and things that the candidates have put forward and what they did. So while they're waiting on the meeting to start, but throughout the meeting, they can view that still when you have, you know?
Okay, the only thing with that is that in optics, you do not want a distraction from the person who is speaking.
Yeah.
So while a person is speaking, you have to be very careful of what the optic to the back is. If the optic is going to draw the attention of the person who is listening intently to what the speaker is saying, then you can't do it. Because once the person's attention shifts from the podium to anything else, they will miss what's being said at the podium.
But yeah,
so that's the reason it's being done in the way that it's being done.
Okay.
But I want to listen. I don't want to be teaching the other side how to do things, man. We go talk that one in private.
But I just want to make a point clear to the NDC supporters out there who might be listening to this program right now. Nazim Buck can bring forth no argument about the economy. It's clear because he wrecked our economy. Yeah, it's clear. So he have no argument at all. Yeah, I mean, you guys coming on Brother Peter hard. I understand that. But let's look at Peter. Peter is happy he within the NNP. And most of the guys that came over and women over, they are happy. Now you can do the same thing too. You can come over. And I'm appealing to the NNPites out there. Because Miss Kami just said that earlier on there. Stop attacking people that come over. Stop. Love them.
And let's say this, you cannot be a true NNPite. And I'll say this to any of them to their face. You cannot be a true NNPite and not be following the message of the party, which is unity and welcome to anybody who wants to come into the house. Don't be stupid like NDC doing with their campaign. And I'm not speaking about the members of the NDC here. I'm speaking about their campaign, where they are cussing people, calling people needy and greedy, calling people gutter rat and what brats and all sorts of names.
All kind of names.
Don't be like the NDC that is chasing people, because here's what. The NDC lost a general election by close to 10,000 votes. After they lost an election by close to 10,000 votes, they spent that time between then and now chasing those people who voted against them further away from them, not trying to bring them closer. Not saying come home, not saying join us, not saying we love you. They start calling these people stupid, dotish, ignorant, illiterate, uneducated, needy, greedy, not patriotic. That all this, you name the negative that they could have affixed to these individuals, they have called them it over the period of time. Because these people, particularly that cabal that runs the NDC, believe that they are more intelligent, they're more intellectual, and they're cleaner. And if you're
I don't see that.
If you know some of them, they want to call people name. But they go make the mistake and cross the line one day and I go open my mouth on some of them.
I don't see that all. No, hold on. Even that smart.
Some of them that playing all Miss Decent and Mr. Decent and all kind of thing. Mr. and Miss Decent and all kind of thing.
Let's investigate them and see.
All of them.
See me? All the skeletons.
I am open to the Grenadian people. I have nothing to hide. I'm open to the Grenadian people. But you see some of them who playing Mr. and Miss Decent and so on, let it cross the line and let me open my mouth.
No,
I know I ain't going to court, because they can't take me to court.
You just investigate it, but you will see. They have so much skeletons in their closet.
Let's not go down that road. I think the discussion more has to be on how can we assist our elderly people who have given so much to our country.
Because, I mean, we have to stop that, right? We have to stop it. And I know Miss Kami, what she says is true, because, you have elements within the, the meetings and within the party that may practice that. But I'm saying we have to stamp it out.
You can't like me.
NNP is about love.
You can't like me and be doing things that will damage me.
Definitely.
So you cannot like Dr. Mitchell, and he is preaching one message, and you as an individual going against the message. You're wrong.
Well, watch.
And I'll continue to say it. They're wrong, and they know me. That anytime I catch them in the act, I tell them straight to their face that they're wrong. But anyway.
I'll just give you a personal story. I had this friend. He been in NDC for all his life. All his life. We always debating and arguing politics. And then one time he was in a fifth corner. He needed help. And he went by somebody. We thought we could have helped him. And the person turned him down. He came to me. And I tried to help him as much as I could. Yeah? And by showing him that love alone, today that man is a strong NNP.
Yeah.
Just by that, You see the love coming from the NNP side. You see the love within me. Yeah? And he saw the love, he saw the hatred, what his party been preaching for. When you go to them for help, they can't even help. They turn their back on him like a just like that.
All right, my brother.
That when you show people love, they will show you love back.
All right.
Most of the time.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice day.
Okay. 440-7377. That's 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get on to the inside of this morning's program. We have a caller.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes. Listen what now? Just last night in La Tante. You hear me?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Kit Mitchell called Nazim Bokligaru.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
No, he did not. He said,
look, Nazim passing the Ligaru.
he said he thought it was a Ligaru. Yeah? But Doc is not the one, Prime Minister Mitchell is not the one who is on radio saying that I don't call people names. Was he on radio saying I don't call people names? That's part of Doc's thing. Doc is a jovial fella. He always make joke. He doing the work. And he's very serious about the development of Grenada. Yeah? We have a caller online. He's not the one saying he doesn't call people name. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hi, morning.
Is it our Doc?
Yes, you're live.
Yes.
What a song has Petit Martinique so?
Yes. While looking at the lunch last night, I noticed something tried to obstruct Dr. Keith.
Mm-hmm.
Could you really identify what it was?
My back was turned to the stage at the point in time. Yeah. I heard the comments, but my back was turned to the stage at the time. I could always review the video and I'd be able to tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was some sort of insect or something.
All right then.
Okay, no problem. All right. 440-7377. Yeah, we have roughly about 5 minutes remaining on today's program. Remember, folks, at 1 p.m., we'll be going to the Grenada Trade Center with the Parliament sitting, the Senate sitting. Yeah, could very well be the last Senate sitting, or might be one of the last. Yeah, Senate sittings that will be taking place this afternoon at 1 p.m. All right, nice, beautiful. 440-7377. Yeah, Dr. Mitchell is not the one that's out there saying he doesn't call people names. Nazim Burke is the one that out there saying that he doesn't call people names. When he calling who Panamesa and he calling who Guttarat and all them kind of thing. Yeah, you hear Dr. Mitchell come out and say he doesn't call people names? Yeah, that's what has happened. I can't take it.
Sheldon, how you doing, bro?
I'm great.
Everything good?
All the time.
All right. What I'd like to see happen when we win the election is that I want to see that we fix the sidewalk from town to Granans.
From
I would
town?
love to see that because I'm driving down Granans right now. I see a tourist driving in the road going down.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Instead of getting in the road, he should have been on the sidewalk going down with a chair, with a wheelchair.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Okay. I understand what you're talking about.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, what I did here is that the Honorable Gregory Bowen, he did speak of the fact that the roads in Grenada have to be redone every 10 years or so. We're heading to 20 years without the roads having been redone. In other words, they should have been redone during the period of the last administration around there. Nice, it should have been done a good while ago. Right? So now it has to be redone. Right? We're patching at the point in time. So you patch. You have a hole here, a hole come up there. You have a rain event, it come up here, there. Been patching. But we have to move past that stage now into reconstruction of total sections of road. That would include sidewalks and drainage as well. Yeah? So whether it's from Point Saline going all the way up to Sates, the roads have to be redone. And not only the main roads, but a lot of the interior roads as well. Because you could go to St. David right now and you could go into some of the interior roads and you patch them. And yes, I know, you know, we all know that some of them are really bad. Partially because of the drainage and so on, that the roads get dug up and that sort of thing. So you have to redo a lot of the interior roads as well as the exterior roads. It's going to cost a lot of money. So it is definitely something that will be taking place. And I expect to hear some more about that from the Honorable Gregory Bowen. We're hoping to get him in studio sometime later this week so that we could have a conversation in relation to that and several other issues. Okay, we lost that call. That and several other issues. Yeah. I was saying to folks as well, when you're going, hey, short leg, morning. I was saying to folks, when you're going to get registered, you must go with your birth certificate, or you could go with your passport as well, a valid passport, not a one that expired. Good morning.
Could I, I'm on the program?
Yes, you're live on the program.
Hello?
Yes, you're live on the program.
Hello?
You are live on the program, caller.
Yeah, somebody was just asking Sheldon.
Yeah.
Hello?
Okay, you need to take the volume.
I speak to Sheldon?
Okay, you need to take the volume off of the radio in the background, my friend, and give us a call back, yeah? Take the volume off of the radio because you're getting confused between the audio in the background and on the phone. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Yeah. Long time, man.
Yeah, man. All day.
yeah. You listen to the program with Brendan Nazimbo yesterday?
I got an opportunity to listen part of it, not the entirety.
Yeah, just coming on for the end of the program.
Mm-hmm.
I heard him say that when they left office, with the debt $1.7 billion, right? And when they come in office, they meet it at 1.7 billion, and when they left, it was at 1.7 billion. So that's what I tell you, and you hear people boasting about they pay debt.
That's a lie.
So if you pay the debt, it can remain the same way.
But my brother,
you understand?
The debt also includes things like, for instance, well, let's just put it like this: there's no possible way that in 2009 you could be doing a budget and saying that the debt was 1.7, and then in 2013 you leave office with the debt still being at 1.7. It means absolutely nothing happened. And then if you're not paying off, as they were not paying off on certain debts, they said they were paying the debt. Yes, they were paying some, not all. The interest accumulates on that particular debt. So his figures are totally off. In fact, what I will do is get the budget documents between 2008 and 2013, and I'll tell you exactly what it was. Hello?
Yeah. But,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But again, sir, you see, these people, and what I noticed, like, for 5 years a day, they don't even have a party slogan to say something. You know, the NMP start up with them like, what you want, what you will get, and we will deliver. And you know, before that, we deliver slogan, get out of the NMP before they bring in this one. We moving on. You know, that same guy go and deliver, baby, and thing and trying to fight for the security. You know, so they earn with the same movements. When I'm trying to say that they earn with the same movements with the NMP, but they just whoop in to see who they could catch. You know, it's like wildwood. They don't connect in because you hear the deputy saying one thing about trying to raise the money pay, and the leader himself, who going to be the finance minister, saying that he don't know nothing about that. And if people have sense and they listen, it's the same thing what go on in 2008 when they promising the old folks that they're going to give them $400 and a pension when they get into office, and they was just giving them $50.
He can't recall.
They were saying, what is them $150?
He's sorry, he can't recall.
Yeah?
He can't recall.
Yes. So you see, if you look at it, they just whooping and saying all kind of things. You hear they say, we're going to widen the tax base. Then you hear another campaign, he's saying, we're going to bring down the tax. And things so like, they don't really have a connection. They just whooping to see, well, like, who they could catch. And think who people they could catch. So I just want the people to look at that. Yeah, you understand? If you look at the history, what them do, they're not patriotic. Yeah, you could tell me you have a company like CCC and thing, and you send them packing where they could develop the roads and thing. We didn't have to go through that again. That could have been a long gone thing during the time, right? You complain about hospital. You made the hospital billion. You shut it down. Eh? All these things are them. You know, you shut down this. You come in time to shut down the stadium and thing, and you want to give away 1,000 houses, eh? To build the same stadium where it was already there for. You know, so when you listen to the people and them, and you listen to the program they have, all what they're just doing, they just like in a sense like blaspheming, telling you, well, I will do that, and I will do that I will bring local government in Carriacou and Pitimatnik in 180 days and things like that. But if you're trying to give away all this thing like taxes and so on, right? Where you gonna get the money to pay for this local government? Carriacou and Pitimatnik is a humble place, it's a peaceful place. You don't need all this government and thing running thing. Right about now the place running okay. So for you to promising all that, and you don't even have a structure way like you could come up with the finances. It's just like you know, you just is a kite was singing in the air. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, my brother, because we're out of time.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Hey, and don't give me this kind of long spoon again, man.
All right.
Okay, brother.
All right.
Nice.
All right. Cool.
Okay. Yes, I'm a partner down by Real Value. Yeah, you know who I talk. Yes, you, boss man. You don't give me no long spoon. Yeah, time for that done. All right, nice, good. That's all the time we have for Hard Talk today, folks. It's been a wonderful one being here with you. Yes, indeed. Kind of short notice kind of program today too, because you realize Devon isn't here due to no fault of his own. I take full responsibility for messing up the time of when Parliament is taking place and when Hard Talk is taking place for today. So I'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining us. Yeah. And all the radio stations, all of you that are viewing online and so on, we'd like to thank each and every one of you. You know, just know you might go Hard Talk 3 hours instead of 2. Yeah, we definitely will be on another frequency as well. But, yeah, you go hear more about that. Keep telling you all. Tomorrow, I'm going to take the opportunity and take the advice of one of the callers and give you all, for the first hour, as much information in relation to registration as possible. But just for those of you that may want to go and get registered today, this afternoon, right now, walk with some identification, like your birth certificate or your passport. You can get registered with that, right? You cannot wear strapless tops. Like men, you can't wear a vest. Ladies, you can't wear a vest or a spaghetti strap either. Yeah, they won't take the photograph. And your hairstyle cannot hide your ears. Yeah, so if you have your dreads, you have to tie it in the back. You have your long hair, your nice thing up hairstyle, you have to tie it to the back to take the photo. They must be able to see your ears when they're taking that photo and so on. So, yeah, just those basics right now. If you're having a problem, we'll give you the individual parliamentary electoral offices numbers and the constituency representative numbers as well, so you can contact them. Remember, it may just be a case that you only have 48 hours to get registered. You never know. I don't know. I cannot say that you only have that. But it could also be the case. Remember, Dr. Mitchell is doing that announcement on Sunday. And sometimes when those announcements are done, sometimes they give you a few days, sometimes they give you absolutely none. And if you think that your vote isn't important, just remember this. After winning 15 seats in 1999, after winning all 15 seats in 1999, the New National Party went to elections in 2003. They won 8 of the 15 seats. The NDC won 7. Yeah? And in one of the seats that the New National Party won, which was the Carriacou and Petit Martinique seat, after winning all 15, the victory margin was only 6 votes. It means, therefore, if 6 people had decided to be complacent and decide we win already and not going out and vote in Carriacou and Petit Martinique, the NNP would have been in opposition from the year 2003 and may not have even been in office right now. Yeah? If 6 people had decided that we win already, we're not going out and vote, the NNP would have just won an election the time before. 15-0 would have been in opposition. Your vote counts. Get registered and on election day. Don't let anybody, because they had the plans and they had a strategy to make sure that you don't vote on election day. They want you to become overconfident so you don't vote on election day. Yeah? Don't worry, They're trying to get you complacent. They don't want you to come out and vote on election day. You go say, we win already, man. I ain't bound to go and vote. Oh, I'll go later. No. Go early. Make sure you vote and then get everybody who's supporting NNP and make sure you transport them and vote. You can't get transport for them? Call me. Election day we organizing. Yeah, everybody who wants to organize to help with transportation and everything for election day, contact me. Yeah, find me. We're going to organize people who have vehicles and want to help on election day, and other people who will need help on election day, contact me. Let me know. So we're going to organize and make sure that every vote comes out, because you don't want to end up in a situation where people feel we win already. We win 15 last time, we go win 15 again. And then you find yourself in a similar situation, and on election day, you're crying because the person that you were sure was winning lose. The possibility is there. The possibility is there. There are no 15 seats given away anyway. You have to work for it. You have to fight for it. You have to register to make sure it can happen. And on election day, you must vote. Yeah? This complacency thing, don't call me and tell me nothing about we win already and 15-0. The only time I know that is when it is announced on election night. That's the only time I care to hear that. I don't want to hear it now. So don't have your child sit down home. They could register to vote and you're saying, well, don't worry, we win this one already, man. You ain't see how much people in St. David? We win St. David already. You ain't see people up there? Don't take anything lightly. 6 votes in 2003 held the new national party between being in opposition and being in government. If Elvin Nimrod had just guessed 6 people vexed in Karakou, he wouldn't have won the seat. Take note. And to those of you that are doing the kind of thing to interfere with people like Kami, remember 6 votes was the difference between NNP being in office and out of office in 2003. Stop the dotishness. Right? All you know me, I just talk plain. Who vex, vex. Your face is your own. Only you have to watch it in the mirror, not me. All right? That's all the time we have for Hard Talk today. Folks, we'll be back tomorrow with more Hard Talk, God's willing. And he would never forgive me if I don't say that part. God's willing, we'll be back with you tomorrow. So in whatever you say, whatever you do it safe and secure. I want to be speaking to and with you and not about you.
Stay up to date with all that's happening with the new National Party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8623 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.
Every election campaign is full of old talk and grand promises. Let history be your guide. Is who likely to better perform in government. Election is not about choosing perfect. They are about choosing the best one offer. Vote competent. Vote the NNP.
It's not really complicated. The elections are about choices. Between 2008 to 2013, the economy regressed every year. Between 2014 to 2017, the economy grew every year. Vote competence. Vote NNP.
It's not really complicated. Elections are about choice. Between 2008 and 2013, 1,265 youth engaged with the GIAP. Between 2014 and 2017, 3,725 youth engaged with the Amani program, with a spend of over $190 million. So let's keep moving. Vote NNP. Vote competence. It's not really complicated. Elections are about choice. Between 2008 and 2013, $70 million was spent on scholarships for youth. Between 2014 and 2017, $185 million was spent on scholarships for youth. Vote NNP. Vote competence.
I worked in the public service for 30 years, and it's nothing compared to politics, where you have to represent your constituency and you have to represent your ministry. And this double role is very challenging because I have the largest constituency to deal with. And unless you love people and put people at the center of what you're doing, it becomes a monumental task. But I've found the challenge to be one that both rewarding, satisfying, and it's, for the last 1.5 years, I've learned so much about people that I never thought I would learn.
My biggest success is the amount of students I got to go to university. In China, in Cuba, in SGU and TAMCC. I believe the only way to come out of poverty is through education. Because I was born in a very poor family, but because of education I'm here today, and I encourage all young people to pursue higher education. Let us all keep moving in Grenada.
Matthew and Stewart, and I am honored to have answered the call for service. The people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique are dear to my heart. I have grown up in a time of expanded opportunities, showcased by the fact that I have had the fortune to study and become a professional. There are many young people who seek the opportunity that I have had, and I want to be a part of that movement that helps open up new doors. It is the aspiration of ordinary people that inspire this new journey of mine. As my generation rises up to service, you can surely count me in. I am Kendra Matthew Stewart, and I am running for you, the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Keep moving!
I have been afforded the greatest honor to have been able to serve the people of St. Mark faithfully these past years. Every day I get up with the same enthusiasm to go to work for you. Today I still have that passion, and tomorrow I look forward to fighting for you again. We are happy to have made a difference in the lives of so many people. But we appreciate that it is a never-ending struggle. Whatever progress we have made, we shall never be satisfied. And that's why I am coming back to you for your support again. We have done a lot, but we still have more to do. Therefore, in St. Mark, we shall continue to keep moving.
Let us have a real talk, St. John's. Let us understand the choice that faces us in this coming election. You can vote for me again, a proud member of a team that has consciously started rebuilding Grenada. Together, we have done the hard work and the opportunities have begun to come. So, you can go for the other guy who threatens to rip it all up and start a new experiment that none of us is sure about. The choices we face are not even close. We have made our sacrifice, and now we must continue to build on our success. I'm proud to be on your team, and so St. John's, we are moving together.
My involvement in politics was always motivated by a desire to see significant change. I am here to serve, and it does not matter in what capacity. And as I move through the constituency, I feel a sense of pride and satisfaction when people tell me, yes, I like what you are doing, I like the services you are providing for us, I like the fact that you are with us and you continue to support us. So therefore, being able to serve, being at the service of our people, I think is my greatest satisfaction. Because if I cannot serve the people, I have no place in politics. When I look at some of the conditions under which some people have to live, I feel a sense of compulsion to do more. That gives me the urge, hey, you have to do more.
Parliamentary Elections Office records increase in number of persons registering. Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the National Report, I am Rikisha St. Louis. The Parliamentary Elections Office says as of December 31st, 2017, there were more than 75,950 persons registered, a figure which is higher than that for the corresponding period prior to the 2013 general elections. Ferdinand Phillip, voter and civic registration officer at the Parliamentary Elections Office, says in the last week there has been an increase in the number of persons seeking to get registered or seeking transfers to their current constituency. He says the office is pleased that young people are showing an interest in the process.
More than a year ago, now up to date, we have recognized that the message has really caught on among the 18 to 21 year olds, which is the pretty prime category that we are targeting. There are persons in the upper age limits that are getting registered that we still have to get out there. But of course, we know everyday persons are turning 18 and going forward. And so we must commend our young persons that some persons, at the day that they turn 18, some of them actually come to get registered. So to me, the message has really, resonated among this age group. They have grasped the importance of it, and they are making use of their democratic right.
Mr. Phillip is urging those who have not yet registered to do so within the time left. Once the date for elections is announced by the Prime Minister, the Governor General will issue writs for each constituency, and once these are issued, registration will cease. For those who registered and were fingerprinted during the 2013 election cycle, Mr. Phillip says they will not need to re-register since their information is already in the database.
So these persons do not have to go and get registered again. They are in the system. So once you would have voted during the last election, you are in the system. But I want to, don't just take my word for granted. As I say, we have a system in place which, caters, for the convenience of every voter. And even if you are a senior, or maybe the computer is not your thing, and you may have some friend, you may have a niece, a nephew, a grandchild, a child who can get onto the system and just check.
Persons can visit the website peogrenada.org to ensure their names are on the voters list. As Grenada edges closer to an election date, the new National Party administration continues its candidacy launch in the various constituencies. Last Thursday, the train moved to the west of the island, and the parish of St. Mark got to display all its uniqueness as its representative of over 10 years, Dr. Clarence Modest Kerwin, was presented. The streets of Victoria quickly became a sea of green and white as supporters and traditional mass paraded. Dr. Modest Kerwin said her years of service to St. Mark is as a result of unwavering love and support for her constituents.
We do not say it with arrogance. It is not a boast. It's a love thing. They cannot understand it, brothers and sisters. They say, all you stupid, all you voting for. But where the love is, that is where all you're going to be. Where the caring is, that is where it's going to be. When we listen to the fishermen and the farmers, brothers and sisters, and the sick people and the young people who need some guidance, that is where the love is. It's a love thing between me and St. Mark. I don't have to bribe them. We take care of them. We do not have to bribe them.
She highlighted some of the government successes within the parish.
We refurbished the Victoria Fish Market. New cold room. For the first time, St. Mark's had ice-making machine, brothers and sisters, so we didn't have to go anywhere else. Neither by my brother Dabs, neither by my brother Dabrio to get brother Boson to get ice. So you could say it's nothing, because if you're not a fisherman, if you're not a fisherman's son, and if you don't care about the fishermen, you could say it's nothing, but for the fishermen it's a big, big thing. And for us, and the Minister for Fisheries, it was a big landmark, brothers and sisters. Let's keep moving for the new National Party. We give hope. So we fixed that, the fish market. I spoke about the daycare center. Expansion of the Bonnet Government School, brothers and sisters. And road improvements throughout the length and breadth of the parish. We have made it easier. Somebody said where donkey was afraid to go, no car and ambulance pulling up. and pick you up. That is keeping moving, brothers and sisters.
The NNP train moves to St. David on Tuesday to launch candidate Oliver Joseph. Grenada is set to benefit from a $20 million investment project targeting the sugarcane industry. During a meeting of the House of Representatives on Friday, Agriculture Minister Honorable Yolande Bain Hosford said the project will reshape the dyeing industry. The multi-million-dollar project will be undertaken by Cane Co., a private company.
A couple nurseries were developed so that you can get the plans for the moving the industry forward. We hope that in the near future, which may be this year, moving into 2019, we will see the distillery coming into being at conference, and I know that our farmers would benefit tremendously from this project. It's a $20 million investment, and this is something that we must cherish, and we must make sure that it goes well.
Grenada's agriculture sector is moving in the right direction. That's according to the Marketing and National Importing Board's Chief Executive Officer, Ruel Edwards. He says 2017 was a successful agricultural year for Grenada, with these successes projected to continue into 2018. Edwards also attributed most of the successes in the sector to the contributions and the investments made by the Keith Mitchell-led administration since assuming office in 2013. MNIB and the government conducted a robust review of the sector and highlighted ways to boost its ability to drive sustainable growth and development. Now, the records can show that there has been a complete turnaround of the industry.
The amount of farmers that we do business with. In 2012, we were contracting, doing business with just about 1,200 farmers. As of the end of 2017, we had over 2,100 farmers on register that we were purchasing from on an annual basis. That has been a substantial increase in the amount of farmers. In 2012, we purchased 2.5 million pounds of produce per annum on an average basis. In 2017, we purchased close to 4 million pounds of produce. That has been an increase by over 1.5 million pounds of produce. In terms of the average price per pound in 2013, the farmer was receiving on average $1.09 per pound. At the end of 2017, the average price per pound moved to $1.59. So in all those three areas, we have shown a massive increase or substantial increase in those three areas.
Moving forward, Edwards explained the use of more market-required levels of production will be applied. This means production will no longer be done before market demands are obtained.
The key thing for us and for this country and for agriculture is that the farmers ought to cooperate and provide the information so that at least we know. Grenada is 100,000 people. We have market opportunities in a range of produce. We don't believe that we are supplying all that is required for local consumption. We have room, but it requires orderly, structured production. And so we want to make an appeal as we go forward into this new cycle and into this new dispensation of working more with those farmers to capture those information so we can better plan production so that the hotels can be satisfied, the supermarkets can be satisfied, the vendors can all be satisfied, that we can have consistency throughout the entire year. We think that is one of the areas where we are going to be doing some more work.
This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Data reveals that rats and other rodents are responsible for the transmission of many diseases. In Grenada, the most common is leptospirosis, and it can cause your death. This disease is directly related to rats and mice infestation. Signs and symptoms of lepto, as it is commonly referred to, are high fever, headache, chills, muscle aches, vomiting, jaundice, and abdominal pain. If your home had or is infected with rats and you have any of these symptoms, please check with your doctor immediately. Declare war on rats. Starve them. Kill them. Rats are the most unwelcome guests. Reduce, control, eliminate them. This is a message from the Ridge to Reef Project, protecting biodiversity and ecosystem functions.
Prime Minister Dr. The Right's Honourable Keith Mitchell created the excitement needed for former West Indies wicketkeeper batsman Junior Murray as he celebrated his 50th birthday with a special charitable cricket match at the National Stadium on Saturday. Sherian Noel has the details.
Prime Minister Dr. Right Honourable Keith Mitchell picked up 2 key wickets on Saturday when his 11 came up against the Junior Murray 11 during the former West Indies wicketkeeper batsman's special cricket match to mark his 50th birthday. Despite the inclement weather, the game, which took the form of a charitable event, will benefit the Grenada National Patient Kidney Foundation. The Junior Murray 11 comprised key veteran West Indian players like Thomas Kentish, Darren Sammy, Afi Fletcher, Andre Fletcher, Sir Kirtley Ambrose and Brian Lara. The highlight of the game, however, was Dr. Mitchell taking the wicket of both Brian Lara and Darren Sammy. Junior Murray 11 took to the crease first and posted 168 in the allotted 20 overs, and the Prime Minister's 11 then took to the crease but only made it to 12.3 overs with 74 runs on the board before the rain forced an abandonment of the match.
Excellent turnout, that the people that came out to support Junior and his 50th birthday activity, I think it is important. Is a way of showing for someone who has given a lot of service to his country, someone who has made a lot of sacrifice, and who has done a lot for us. And a lot of times we do not really promote the people that have done enough for us. And so I thought that crowd today coming out to happening in our country, where we become more appreciative of those who have sacrificed and made contribution. We had an excellent game and having like, so I think it's also a good sign. Unfortunately, it's obvious that our present structure of West Indies cricket is letting down the players and letting down the people. Hopefully one day, sooner or later, that will change.
You were able to pick up wickets. You looked good out there. How does it feel actually? I think you would have gotten Lara.
The only reason I could be out there is because of my regular fitness and body. I think it's important to keep preaching the word that one must take care of the bodies. I couldn't be out there at 70 years without constant exercise and watching what you eat. And also hypertensive, so I watch my blood pressure consistently. So I think that out there, being out there today with a younger guy.
Both Darren Sammy and Sir Kirtley Ambrose applauded Dr. Mitchell for his continued support to the sport of cricket and the assistance given to Junior Murray in staging the event.
There was a game recently, Windward Islands versus Trinidad. They were the amount of people I saw today did not equate to what that was there last weekend. So congrats to Junior, congrats to the government for putting an excellent event, and yeah, I have to get him out one time, the next time.
When I heard I was coming against the Honorable Prime Minister, I couldn't say no. But I mean, to be honestly, I really am happy to be here. And of course, in Grenada once again, I'm no stranger. I'm going to see Prime Minister as well.
How do you feel about cricket in the region? Do you think that there is still hope based on what you're seeing here?
Of time to talk about it, because we can hear until on next week, you know. No, but generally, I mean, the cricket is very, very bad at the moment. It's very painful. I mean, knowing where we once as the best team in the world to where we are now, from now to the top, at least to be competitive.
Junior Murray was the first Grenadian to make the West Indies cricket team. For the National Report, I am Sherry Ann Noel.
And that's the National Report. I am Rakisha St. Louis.
Grenada among 8 jurisdictions removed from EU blacklist. Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the National Report, I am Leslie Ann Johnson. Grenada is among 8 jurisdictions that have been removed from the EU's list of non-cooperative jurisdictions for tax purposes, following commitments made at a high political level to remedy EU concerns. The EU says in addition to Grenada, Barbados, the Republic of Korea, Panama, Tunisia, and the United Arab Emirates are among those moved to a special category of jurisdictions subject to close monitoring. The Council agreed on Tuesday that a delisting was justified in light of an expert assessment of the commitments made by these jurisdictions to address deficiencies identified by the EU. It adds that in each case, the commitments were backed by letters signed at a high political level. On December 5, 2017, the Council approved and published conclusions containing an EU list of non-cooperative jurisdictions in taxation matters. It said that Grenada did not sign or ratify the OECD Multilateral Convention on Mutual Administrative Assistance as amended and did not clearly commit to addressing these issues by the 31st of December 2018. But in response, Prime Minister Dr. The Right Honourable Keith Mitchell said in any serious and objective situation, Grenada ought not to have been placed on the list initially, since the country had met all the conditions required. And the Ministry of Finance had also issued a statement saying that Grenada made high-level commitments complete with timelines to the EU Code of Conduct Group by way of letters on the 17th and 28th of November 2017. Minister for Labour, the Honourable Oliver Joseph, has credited the good working relationship between government, the private sector and employers for the good industrial relations Grenada has experienced in the last 5 years. He says with the exception of a few minor episodes, all were able to come to the table to resolve industrial disputes, which is a major success.
I think it's the best 5 years of industrial peace and quiet in this country. Best 5 years. Like I've been involved with the trade union. I was in the public service and I always follow the trade union, and because of the approach of this government, they have decided to involve everyone in dialogue. We've been able to achieve this industrial peace for 5 years in this country.
Minister Joseph expressed concern, however, that after government has paid out more than $110 million in benefits to public sector workers, there is still demand for more, and so he's appealing for compromise.
We have to think about the entire country, you know, on all the different sectors that will grow the economy. So while one sector, one group of workers have received over 110 million, you have sectors that still have not benefited or have not benefited sufficiently. And therefore, my appeal is that we should take a national view of things where we are looking at these matters.
This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Data reveals that rats and other rodents are responsible for the transmission of many diseases. In Grenada, the most common is leptospirosis, and it can cause your death. This disease is directly related to rats and mice infestation. Signs and symptoms of lepto, as it is commonly referred to, are high fever, headache, chills, muscle aches, vomiting, jaundice, and abdominal pain. If your home had or is infected with rats and you have any of these symptoms, please check with your doctor immediately. Declare war on rats. Starve them. Kill them. Rats are the most unwelcome guests. Reduce, control, eliminate them. This is a message from the Ridge to Reef Project, protecting biodiversity and ecosystem functions.
Organizers of the second annual Grenada Invitational continue to build the hype for the April 21st Games. The 2018 Games will see the participation of many regional and international star athletes at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Technical Director Curlin Peters says numerous Grenadian athletes living abroad are showing interest in returning home to compete in the Games. This, he says, speaks volumes for the level of growth in the sporting program.
It has shown that over the years, the growth in track and field in this island, and not only by being able to have on a top line facility, but also the programs that and the level of competition that we are making available to them right now.
He says for the local athletes to compete in the same event as international and regional athletes, it is a boost for their confidence and overall performance.
It's a grand opportunity, and it's an opportunity to focus on our developmental program, to also give the opportunity for the youngsters, the young athletes to get to see in the eye somebody run at 10.02 or or 44 something, so you give them the opportunity to boost the performance and boost the training program.
Assistant Technical Director Bruce Wan highlighted some of the events on the program lineup for the 2018 Games.
In the local segment, however, the top 8 athletes from
Intercall and national championship will qualify. We look at the times and will qualify for the Grenada Invitational. So the 100 meters would be the 100 meters under 14 and the 100 meters under 18. The 200 would be the 200 under 16 and 200 under 20. The 800 would be an open event. The 4x100 meters would be for primary school. We cannot forget the primary schools. So we would have the primary schools in the National Primary School Championship and also from the private primary schools. Right. The 4x400 meters girls would be an event from the Intercall and the National Championship. But the 4x400 meters boys would be the top 4 high schools together with the top 4 high schools from 4 countries in the region.
The Grenada Invitational is approved by the Grenada Athletic Association, GAA, and sanctioned by the North American, Central American, and Caribbean Athletic Associations. The Child Protection Authority of Grenada has taken its anti-child abuse campaign to the Sister Isle. A team from the authority journeyed to Carriacou on Friday last to engage in a public sensitization effort aimed at curbing the issue of child abuse in the country. Public Relations Officer in the Ministry of Social Development and Housing, Delroy Louison, reports.
The Child Protection Authority of Grenada is continuing in its efforts to reduce the incidence of child abuse of all forms across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. In keeping with its mandate of addressing matters relating to child care and protection, the new project titled All Against Child Abuse, or ACA, is geared at sensitizing the public on many forms of abuse plaguing our society in a bid to permanently end abuse. Joined by various schools in Carriacou, the authority held a short ceremony at the bus terminus and vendors market and later marched the streets of Hillsborough, chanting slogans like Child Care Yes, Child Abuse No Way, and End Child Abuse Now. Director of the Child Protection Authority, Mrs. Yvonne Dabrio, addressing the gathering during the ceremony, said no child should experience any form of abuse.
Our focus at the authority is to ensure that no child is abused. No child is placed in a situation where he or she may be vulnerable to abuse. We are not just focused on child sexual abuse. Our focus is on all forms of abuse.
Sexual abuse survivor and member of staff of the authority, Ms. Sheldon Scott, in a very touching testimony, encouraged those in attendance to make mandatory reporting the order of the day.
No matter what is happening to you, don't give up the fight. If you're going through any form of abuse, please tell someone so they can help you. There are a lot of people outside here that is willing to help you. And now we have the Child Protection Authority on board and other stakeholders where mandatory reporting is a must. So please, speak to somebody.
The Child Protection Authority will soon be heading to another community to continue the education drive. And it is a hope that more citizens will join in the fight to curb abuse of all forms. For the National Report, I'm Delroy Louison.
And that's the National Report. I'm Leslie Ann Johnson.
It's not really complicated. Elections are about choice. Between 2008 and 2013, $70 million was spent on scholarships for youth. Between 2014 and 2017, $185 million was spent on scholarships for youth. Vote NNP. Vote competence.
I worked in the public service for 30 years, and it's nothing compared to politics, where you have to represent your constituency and you have to represent your ministry. And this double role is very challenging because I have the largest constituency to deal with. And unless you love people and put people at the center of what you're doing, it becomes a monumental task. But I've found the challenge to be one that both rewarding, satisfying, and for the last 1.5 years, I've learned so much about people that I never thought I would learn.
My biggest success is the amount of students I got to go to university. In China, in Cuba, in SGU and TAMCC. I believe the only way to come out of poverty is through education. Because I born in a very poor family, but because of education I'm here today, and I encourage all young people to pursue higher education. Let us all keep moving in Grenada. The new National Party has been good to St. David's, and more is coming. Youth unemployment has reduced drastically. Infrastructure has improved. The standard of living of people have improved over the years. Our focus is to ensure that all our people in St. David's improve in their way of life and standard of living, and we are giving hope to young people. It is a united team that can deliver such hope to people and such benefits. And therefore this is not the time to take risk with the future. We must be committed to the present. And I say to you, let us all keep moving.
You know what you want, and our team of the new National Party has what it takes to make your dreams into reality. And so, for 2018 and beyond, we are moving together. One of the most satisfying accomplishments of the last 5 years is how we in St. Patrick West have been able to bring people from different political parties in the interest of national development. This new National Party government has delivered and is continuing to deliver to our community. There's evidence of this everywhere, from the Breakwater project right here in Sates to the new technical wing at MacDonald College and the soon-to-be established Skills Training Center at Montridge. But most importantly, many people, especially our young people, have benefited from increased scholarships and training opportunities to improve on the human resource potential. This does not mean that we have achieved all that we have set out to achieve. Far from it, there is much more to be done. What our successes have done is whet our appetite to dream bigger and to aspire to achieve even more. You know what you want, and our team of the new National Party has what it takes to make your dreams into reality. And so, for 2018 and beyond, we are moving together.
Keep moving!
I am Yolande Bain Horsford, and right behind me here is my alma mater, St. Joseph Convent, the institution that I've attended for 5 years. Further back behind me is the Roman Catholic Church that I also attend. And on my left is the convent court that I played all the netball and the tennis throughout my 5 years at this institution. I am very proud of the partnerships I have formed with the people of St. Andrews Southwest these past 5 years. But I'm even more excited about the things we can still do together. We have begun solving the housing challenges and tackling youth unemployment. We have not only been building roads and houses, but more importantly, building communities and building lives. Many people have been given fresh opportunities, and even more shall be lifted up in the coming period. I am ready to take a fresh guard and to continue battling for ordinary people who deserve another chance. So let's keep moving.
South St. George is fast becoming the economic heartbeat of this nation. It is at the center of the housing and construction boom and unprecedented growth in education and tourism sectors. As our area rises, so does the nation. In the coming period, our challenge is to give character to this growth and to bring along the surrounding areas. So we shall improve the skill sets of people to take advantage of the coming jobs with my plan to cut unemployment in the South by 2/3. And we will extend housing assistance and give the many people who need it land tenure. More money will be made available for small business loans for people in such areas as Montoute, Grand Anse Valley, Woodlands, Woburn, Calais and Belmont. The people who are yet to be touched will get their chance. We are excited about tomorrow, and so today we shall keep moving.
Five years ago, we started an incredible journey together. We dreamed and we strove to achieve. We are happy with the success we have had, but not content. The arch of progress is bending in the right direction in St. George Northeast, and many people have benefited. But there are still others that are yet to be lifted by the rising tide. We cannot leave those people behind, and so we continue to fight, and we continue to push on. I am Tobias Clement, and I'm running again to continue what we have started. Our dreams are too big, our ambitions too large for us to stop here. So let's keep moving.
Kendra Matthew Stewart, and I am honored to have answered the call for service. The people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique are dear to my heart. I have grown up in a time of expanded opportunities, showcased by the fact that I have had the fortune to study and become a professional. There are many young people who seek the opportunity that I have had, and I want to be a part of that movement that helps open up new doors. It is the aspiration of ordinary people that inspire this new journey of mine. As my generation rises up to service, you can surely count me in. I am Kendra Matthew Stewart, and I am running for you, the people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Keep moving!
Building a stronger economy means all Grenadian workers benefit, those who work in the public service and those who work elsewhere. Now that the period of shared sacrifices is over, the benefits must be shared among every Grenadian. More money for house repair, more money to improve healthcare, more money for training, more money for education, and yes, more money for public servants. $55 million in various payments. We are the Grenadian family looking out for each other. And even as we fight for ourselves and our families, we always remember our neighbors. We forge ahead together.
We got to come together, learn to love your brother, love your brother.
Every election campaign is full of old talk and grand promises. Let history be your guide. Is who likely to better perform in government. Election is not about choosing perfect. They are about choosing the best one offer. Vote competent. Vote the NNP.
It's not really complicated. Elections are about choices. Between 2008 to 2013, the economy regressed every year. Between 2014 to 2017, the economy grew every year. Vote competence. Vote NNP.